Hello and welcome to this month's Microsoft Product Licensing Terms update from the version 1 software asset management practice. Hi Neve, hi William, how are you doing today?
Good,
Thank you,
thanks,
Carl.
Carl.
Good. So the month of July 2024, a few updates this month. We'll do a quick round the houses and see what everybody's found. Neve, do you want to take the
Sure.
first ones?
Yeah, so the two that I kind of had a peek at were firstly Microsoft 365, where they've added Entra Suite, Entra Private Access, Entra Internet Access, and Entra Secure Access Essentials to the availability tables and the prerequisite tables. So my first observation is that the Microsoft 365 product terms availability table has just gotten even more extensive. And I guess look to note that the Entra Suite and these Access, etc. Add-ons, they are basically they're added on to either an Entra ID P1 or a Microsoft E3 or A3. And then obviously you've got the Microsoft Entra Suite for kind of an E5 level, so Entra ID P2. So it's getting quite extensive with all these additional services as part of like identity and governance from a security point of view. So that was quite an eye opener, and I'm not sure if pricing is available as yet for any of these services, but no doubt they'll become available soon enough. Then the other one I looked at was Windows 365 and the launch of Windows 365 cross-region disaster recovery add-on, which is available through pretty much nearly all of the programs, the Enrollment for Education, EA, EAS, MCA, and MOSA programs. So essentially, it's an optional service for anyone with Windows 365 Enterprise that it protects you against it protects your data against regional outages, so that when activated, it creates a geographically distant temporary copies of cloud PCs that can be accessed in the selected backup region. So that's it from me for this month.
Very good. William, anything interesting from your side?
Yeah, a couple. So the first was Dataverse database capacity. So this applies to all Dynamics 365 and Power Platform subscriptions, and it brings in a second tier of pricing for the database capacity. So Dataverse database storage is the tables upon which Dynamics and Power Platform sits within a customer tenant, and for each tenant, an initial database storage allocation is provided by default when a qualifying subscription is added. So for example, Dynamics 365, you get 20 gigs of database storage with an additional accrued capacity for each subscribed user after that, and it's just pooled centrally. Up till now, you could only buy 1 gigabyte of extra per 1 gigabyte of extra storage capacity at a flat fee per month, and there was no tiering. There's now a tier 2 price per gigabyte for over 1,000 gigabytes per month of storage, additional storage. So it's a fair, hefty amount, seeing as each gigabyte for tier 2 is about $30 per gigabyte. Up to that level, tier 1 pricing, as it's now called, is about 40 gigabytes per month. So it's not inexpensive. So it's really for enterprise organizations that got a bucket load of Dataverse database storage overage, should we say. The second one is quite interesting. So it's Dynamics 365 Contact Center. This is added to the availability and prerequisites table. So the tagline Microsoft have got is a Microsoft Copilot first contact center solution that delivers generative AI to every customer engagement channel. It's a call center suite of products, really. So what it does is bring it into the Microsoft stack for the first time. There are lots of third-party contact centers that integrate with Dynamics, but this is a Microsoft product that is truly a sort of contact center as a service product. So that's things like voice and digital engagement channels, unified routing, digital and voice self-service, agent-assisted service, customer history, engagement data, all that sort of good stuff. So you can have it on its own without any other Dynamics product at about $110 per user per month. Or there's a new SKU, which is Dynamics 365 Customer Service Premium, which combines Dynamics 365 Customer Service Enterprise and the Contact Center at about $195 per user per month. It also integrates with third-party CRMs as well, so brings Microsoft Contact Center into things like Salesforce or Zoho or those other tier 1 type CRMs. So it's quite an exciting announcement.
Interesting. So from my side, I just looked at the privacy and security terms updates. So another month, another smattering of privacy and security term updates. So first up was related with regards to Azure AI content safety. So those who are familiar with this service, basically it's designed to help organizations and customers ensure that their online platforms remain safe and compliant. Basically, it detects and moderates harmful or inappropriate content. So this month we saw that being added to the security and privacy terms update, or sorry, security and privacy terms, should I say. We also saw a slight change in the security and privacy and security updates terms around Cortana. So if you've been following Cortana over the last year, sometime I think in 2023, Microsoft started to shutter Cortana services. I guess that's probably no surprise with the resurgence of things like chatbots and the arrival of OpenAI. All of a sudden, Cortana wasn't as useful as it had been in the past. So that shuttering obviously now is reflected within the privacy and security terms, where we've seen the removal of Cortana. On all things Azure, so it's a very small update just with regards to pricing. So Microsoft included a clarification around how fixed pricing doesn't apply to promotions and previews in Azure. So I think that, generally goes without saying. I think if, anyone who's been in a contract negotiation with Microsoft, generally speaking, when you're trying to avail of, custom discounts or one-off prices for a particular period of time or over the duration of an agreement, the typical posture that Microsoft take is that they tend not to discount on pre-existing promotions. So obviously that's baked into the terms now, but that was something that was always, I think, a standard policy when trying to negotiate commercials with Microsoft. So I think that wraps things up for this month on the product terms.
Yeah. I suppose the only other thing, Carl, is the 6 monthly price harmonization, which is sort of Microsoft's right to change the exchange rate calculations against the dollar to align the rest of the currencies. And there has been changes in the past, but they've said September this year, when the next one is due, no change will be affected. So no
Good news.
euro or pound or krona type updates or increases against the dollar, which is good.
Excellent. So I think, that about wraps things up for this month. So as always, do check out the blog that comes with this video that we record each month. If you have any Microsoft specific licensing questions off the back of today's topics, or if you have any Microsoft or any other software vendor related licensing questions that you may want to pose to us here at the SAM practice, do feel free to reach out to us here at Version 1. We'd be delighted to help you if at all possible. So until next month's product terms update, thanks Niamh, thanks William, chat to you soon.
Thank you.
Bye.